Guys, this week we are taking a closer look at the Wildflower by Herbal Nuance. So let's get right into the video. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Natural Soap Man as always. And thank you so much for, tuning into another Tuesday here with me. Now, my friends, we have a new company here on the channel, and that is the Herbal Nuance. Now, shout out to Herbal Nuance for sending me some of their soaps. I greatly appreciate that as always. It's a great help to the channel. Now, I had to go do a little research on Herbal Nuance. I never heard of them, and there's a reason why. They're actually brand new. According to their website, these guys are two friends, really. Started back in 2020, started their own soap company, and I guess through that journey, they came to realization, like many of us guys do, and that is for us men, there's really not a whole lot of option when it comes to products or soaps and things like that. Now, this is something I can get behind. The mission for Herbal Nuance is to sort of tear down that stereotype of what masculine smelling men is supposed to smell like, and sort of redefine that in a more natural sense, right? That is something I preach on this channel plenty of times in the past. Still to this day, I am not a fan of the cologne smelling like soaps. And speaking purely from experience, I can tell you most people in general don't like those type of scents and will always prefer a more natural smelling soap. This is what it is. So I definitely stand behind Herbal Nuance's mission, and I wish them the best. Now, with that being said, let's get into a review of the Wildflower. Essentially what we have here is a paper sleeve. I like paper sleeves. They're simple, I like how they're able to show off the soap. It's very pretty soap, very sleek. I love the black and white aesthetic, as it gives you off like a gentleman's vibe, very eloquent but minimalist, as there's not too much going on. You got some text. Other than that, I really like it. I think it's very sleek. The only thing I think we could use some improvement, I noticed like some of the text is fairly hard to read. So maybe clean up on some of the text. Other than that, I think it's fine. Now this is pretty cool. And looking at the soap, we got this deep, natural purple looking color. That is coming from our Brazilian clay. So the purple color is an all natural color. And this is really cool because last week, in last week's video, we reviewed Dr. Bronner's Lavender. And in that video, we saw basically what a hot process looks like. Now this is a cold process. So it's really cool to sort of compare them. If you want to go back and watch Dr. Bronner's, I'll leave a link below. You can check that one out, but it sort of gives you an idea up close and personal the difference between your hot process and your cold process soaps. All right, guys, let's talk about the ingredients for the Wildflower by the Herbal Nuance. I'm gonna go ahead and post the ingredients on the screen for you to go ahead and check that out. Now, as you can tell, we don't have very many ingredients here. I think we have 6 active ingredients in total, which is great news for us, right? Love it. Now, this is the epitome of what an all-natural soap looks like. I absolutely love this. Now, you got your 3 different fatty oils. You got your coconut, your palm oil, and your avocado oil, which is really interesting. This is not a bad or a good thing, but it's interesting when you don't see olive oil because it's just so common. So when you don't see it, it's like almost like a bit of a jerk back, right? But I love it. I love when companies do something a little different, right? And of course, we got shea butter. Gotta have shea butter. It's one of the most common ingredients. Very powerful moisturizer, great for your skin, right? Now, interesting enough, we have only one essential oil here. We have the lavender essential oil, which is really interesting because when you first smell it, it almost comes across as if there's like 2 or 3 different oils at play here. So it's really impressive how they were able to get it to smell like that. Now, obviously I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next section, but it's really cool how they did that. But we have lavender, which is obviously amazing. Everybody loves lavender. And also super cool here, you don't see this very often, we have the Brazilian purple clay. Now, I think we had that maybe one time before on the channel. It's something you don't typically see, at least not on this channel. But interesting enough, despite it not being on the channel very often, it's actually a fairly common ingredient used in natural soaps, typically due to its anti-aging properties and also its ability to prevent contaminants or impurities reaching the skin. This is also where our purple color is coming from for our soap. And here with the Brazilian purple clay, it shows you not only can you have a pretty little soap, but you can also have some that also gives you some benefits. And that should really be the mindset when you're talking about your all natural soap. Like, that should be the whole point of it, of switching from commercial to all natural, or anything, or even just a kind of natural soap to an all natural soap. The mindset should be all the ingredients should help me. They should benefit me somewhere or somehow. So huge shout out to Herbal Nuance. I love it. Herbal Nuance's Wildflower smells absolutely terrific here. I love the smell of lavender, always will. Big fan of lavender. I think it's eloquent. It's a very graceful smell. Here it's very interesting though. When you first smell the soap, it smells like they have like at least something else in there. But no, actually it's just lavender essential oil, right? So not quite sure how they did it. Really impressive, but it's a very it's very graceful. It's very eloquent. It's not very strong, right? As compared to something like Dr. Bronner's lavender last week. That one was pretty potent. This one's strong enough, but it's it's not obnoxious or anything. It's much smoother. That was one thing that stood out to me about the smell of this soap. It was very, very smooth, very graceful, eloquent even, right? Even compared to other lavender soaps, where they sort of go overboard sometimes, or they try to make it really strong, because lavender is typically a more graceful soap. It's naturally not a very strong scent. So sometimes companies take that, they go overboard and try to make it too strong. Here, I think Herbal Nuance did a really good job of chilling out with it, and it's actually really nice. I found myself really enjoying the soap. So actually, if I'm being quite honest with you, it's one of my favorite smelling lavender soaps I've had in a long time. I'll even take this over Bronner's, which is saying a lot, because I really like their lavender soap. I just think I think they really did it. I love the more laid back approach. Guys, let's start wrapping up the review here, start landing our plane, and let me give you my final thoughts and recommendations here. Overall, I love the soap. Thought it was fantastic. Thought the ingredients, everything represented something that was all natural. I thought it smelled wonderful. I love the smell of lavender, always will, so that's easy for me. And I like that it was 6 ounces, right? I love the whole shebang. I like the whole startup story. I love supporting the little guy. I love it all. Right, so this should be an easy recommendation, right? Only one thing, right? I have one caveat here. Now, this depends on the person, and that is our soap's gonna cost that $12. That's a little expensive for a soap, right? Now, you know how I do. I don't tell you what to do with your money. That's not my job. My job is just to inform you whether a soap is good or not. And so you do what you want with that information. It is $12. Now they are running a promotion where if you buy 2, you get 2 for $20. So they do have that. Keep that in mind. But I will say this: if you like lavender and you're looking for something that's truly all natural, then I think this is a no-brainer. This soap is fantastic. I think Herbal Nuance really did a good job here, and they made a really high quality soap here. One I think you're going to absolutely enjoy. And next week is my birthday, so what do I do for my birthday? I make soap reviews.